What's going on, everybody? This is Captain Obvious. You guys are the 11 crew, and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. Oh my god, you have another iron farm. I do have another iron farm. And this one is a redstone iron farm. I just like building iron farms lately. If you don't like it, you probably shouldn't have clicked on the video. That's your fault. You guys are the weirdos. But anyway, we're actually going to fix this up. It's not going to look like this. I built it too low to the ground. So we're going to start it like 11 high. Okay, so don't worry about the way the bottom looks. I built no chamber. So if you go inside here, it's underground, but that's not the way we're going to keep it, obviously. I've had this going for about, let me look at the clock. I've had this going for about 30 minutes, 35 minutes to be exact. So what do we got? We got none there, 8 and, oh wow, we got 20. Okay, so we got 20 and 35 minutes. Now, again, this is not, going to be your multiple village iron farm that stacks. The reason I built this one is because someone was telling me that water has been affecting the way golems spawn, iron golems spawn on certain editions. So I just wanted to do a basic, platform here, and then it pushes them off. Now, the only thing that stinks about this is you are losing spaces. Okay, so as you can see, all these areas where there's gaps, you are losing spaces. But I mean, I got 20 in 35 minutes, so it can't be that that terrible. Now we're gonna build it close to this one, which means it's not actually gonna spawn golems. But again, we're doing the tutorial, so let's go into what you need. I'm just gonna be using 2 different blocks. I think it looks kind of cool together if you look up, but you can just do one if you want. So again, I'm going to be using gray concrete, light gray concrete. I need a villager's eggs, but you're going to have access to some villagers. I do suggest my breeder, which I will leave a link in the description. But you do need a bunch. You do need a bunch of villagers. I'm not going to lie. So you need about 20 villagers. I know it's a lot, but if you have a breeder, you could just transport them very quickly. It's not as terrible. Stone slab, some glass. Going to be using oak doors. Again, use whatever kind of doors you want, as long as they are not the iron doors. We're going to need some chests, a bunch of pistons, as you can see. Yes, it's iron heavy to build iron. I do understand the irony of that. Some string. We're going to need some signs. Man, I'm full of bad puns today. So a bucket of lava, or actually, yeah, just 1 bucket of lava is fine. I would do 4 because of my OCD with the way it lays, but you could just do 1. That's fine. Some tripwire hooks. We're going to be using oak trap doors, but use whatever trap doors you want. Some water buckets, some redstone, a few hoppers, bunch of maybe 20. I'd say take 20 hoppers to be safe. You're probably not going to need that many, maybe 12, but just take somewhere between 12 and 20. And then I'm using a white carpet. You could use whatever kind of carpet. You can even just use the trap doors for the hoppers, so nothing spawns in there. I do like the carpet because I feel like it puts enough height that it prevents anything obviously from spawning, but it doesn't prevent the golems from being too high, so their iron is melted. Okay. Anyway, here we go. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna build up 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then break everything else just like that. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to make this little cross pattern, or if you're looking at it this way, an X. Okay, and we're just going to go glass, and then another one. This is the spot where your villagers are going to be. So if you can get, I'm going to do 5 in each. You can do 4 in each if you want. You could do 3 if you want. Or if you can get more in there, I definitely suggest more. I do suggest about, well, actually, let me see how many doors there are. There are 3, 6, 7, 8 times 4, 40. So you really only can do 10 villagers in each, because you can have 1 villager per door, and that's kind of what they would spawn up to anyway. So I'd say do 10 in each, the most, but it'll maximize how many iron golems you get. So if you can do 10 in each, go for it. Please do it. Okay. Next, what we're going to do before we do anything on here, what we're going to do is from this one, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Same thing over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, then again, we're going to do the cross like that. And before we build up, we're just going to come in with it again, right? So it's going to be the same thing. So we're going to do the same thing here as well. 1, 2, oops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then we're going to come in with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we're just going to go like that. Okay, so it should look just like that. And then you can go ahead and do the same thing for all of them with the glass, right? You just make your little chamber for the villagers to sit. And then you're going to go like that, and like that. Okay? So like I said, you can have a minimum of 3 in each of them. Or you can actually do 3, 3, 2, and 2. That's fine. But if you can get between 5 and 10, I highly suggest doing that. I am going to put 5 in here, just so you guys know. Okay? Perfect. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take... this is just for decoration. You could totally go ahead and do a solid block here if you want. I just kind of like the way this looks. Okay, so we're just going to put our little half slabs like this. Make sure it's on the top part of it, okay, not on the bottom. We don't want that because we want to be able to place doors. Okay, so this is where the doors are going to sit. And the reason I added this, originally I only had 1 door in each. Again, I just added it for the fact that the more doors and more villagers you have, the better chance you'll have of more golem spawning. Okay, so what I'm going to do is on the insides of all of them, like facing each other, I'm just going to do 3 doors. Well, on those 2, and then on this one, we're just going to put 1 here. And then we'll do, 3 doors, and then 1, and then 3 doors, and then 1. Okay, and then, so I always have the 3 doors on opposite sides of each other, and the 1 doors on the opposite sides of each other, if that makes sense. Okay, so it should look like that. Again, this is literally just an OCD thing. As long as you have doors there, it honestly does not matter the way it is at all. Okay, just like that. Cool. Oh, and real quick, I'm sorry. You have to just break one of those for a second and go up 3, right? So 1, 2 on that 3rd block, and then you can break those 2 and put the door back. And this is just to make the doors valid. We got to put solid blocks above it. Oops. Just like that. And then this is how I get my villagers in. So I would be dropping them from here. You probably would have been putting them in from the beginning part. So I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does not matter what kind of villager it is. This is not a farm like that. And then you just go ahead and cover that up. Or you could go ahead and put another door if you'd like. So you can actually get another door in. Oh, no, you can't. Yeah, that's right. No, you can't. I'm sorry. Yeah. Just go like that. Okay, so again, we're just going to break those. 1, 2. Boom, boom. Oh, no, what did I do? There we go. Okay, and then cover it up. And then I'll do the last 2, right? I'll come back after doing the last 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I like this design because you can actually come in here and close it. All right, so I'm just going to do these last 2. Oh, and then after you do that, just cover it up. Just cover it up like that. We are going to be breaking 2 of these. I believe it's this and this. But for now, just cover it up, and we can always, do what we got to do afterwards. Okay. So I'll be right back. Okay. So now that it looks like that, by the way, 2 of them escaped. I went to go put them in, and they just hopped up. Here we have some prisoners loose. Okay. Anyway, so what you're going to do now is this is obviously where they're going to stand, right? So what we need to do is behind here. So you can just put something temporary, just a temporary block right there. We're just going to run our pistons like so. Okay, you can leave that gap there. You don't need that. For some reason, the way that the block placement has been, it's kind of back to how it was when Bedrock first came out for me, where everything was like double placing. Ever since the latest update, don't forget I play in the beta, so I get things before people. So ever since the latest update the other day, it started doing that again. Okay, so you're just gonna place your pistons there, right, just like so. And then what we're gonna do is this is gonna be temporary So I would say place dirt right here on this, just on top of the pistons. Okay, right where I'm placing these. These are all going to be temporary, so don't waste your glass unless you have a silk touch pickaxe and you don't mind doing it. But I would say just use dirt for now. And then this row, the second row, can be glass. Okay, so keep that in mind. The second, why did I put that away? The second row absolutely can be glass and should be glass for the design, for this design anyway. Okay, and then you just want to go ahead and cover that, just like so, with half slabs, just so nothing. I mean, nothing's gonna spawn on anyway, but I always just double check. I always just put a safety precaution just in case they ever change it for some reason. Okay, then what we're gonna do is right on these dark gray blocks right here, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put our tripwire hooks. Okay, just like so. And I'll show you why this was supposed to be temporary. Is because we're oh, I'm sorry. No, keep that there. Is because we're going to break them. But before we do, the reason I said put it down, it's just much easier, in my opinion, to put down your string when that's there. You don't have to. You could have just gone and used the boxes themselves. Right? But I like to go ahead and just have something to put that down with. And you'll know it's connected, obviously, when it lays flat and it makes that click. Just like so. Perfect. Okay, now we can get rid of that for a minute. We can put our redstone on. Because what we're going to do is we're going to break that row, that temporary row. And now we're just going to put redstone right on top of the pistons. Right? Just like that. There's no need for any kind of excess blocks behind it. Right? It's perfect the way it is. And since golems don't spawn any kind of baby golems that, you know, can fit through here, it's perfect. You know, you might not want to do this in a regular system because you can get baby zombies and stuff that could spawn in here and, you know, get stuck and ruin your system, right? They'll take away from the cap. But we don't have to worry about that with golems. So we can leave an open airspace like that. Cool. And then you'll touch it. Boom. As soon as they spawn, they get pushed right off. Okay? Cool. Now what we're going to do is we are going to come out 3. So 1, 2, 3. No, more. Sorry. It's going to come out 1, 2, 3. And then on that fourth one right there. Is it on the fourth one? Hold on. I feel like that's wrong. So it's... Let's see. 1, 2. You know what? I think we could have put it. I think I could have put it on that third one. Oh, I think I just found some more space for us, guys. One more row. We're going to put it on that third one. So we're going to put it right here. I think this will work. 1, 2, 3. Like so. Yeah, so come out in the corner. 1, 2, and on that third one, that's where we're going to have it. Okay, so it's, again, it's 1, 2, and on that third angle one, that's where the corners are going to be. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Perfect. And then these two we could just match up. Beautiful. You can take off the ends, though. Okay, you can totally take off the ends. So this is going to be the platform where they actually stand. And then behind it, right here, is going to be the pistons. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't take off the ends. I apologize. Just put it up like that. Put it up too. I'm going to use a different color, just like I did over there. Okay. So you have the bottom row, then you come up 2. 1, 2, like that. Okay. Boom. And then we'll do here. We'll do the same thing here. So we're essentially just making the exact same thing. That's exactly what we're doing right now. We're just making the exact same thing that we did on the outside, right? And the golems are small enough; they're only 1 wide, so they'll be pushed. And we're gonna have something on top of this anyway, so they'll still be pushed right off, and they'll fall right off. So that's not going to affect it. For some reason, when I built the other one, I thought it would, but I'm realizing now I was wrong. Okay, just like that. Cool. Again, temporary block here. You don't have to do it. I like the temporary blocks. Okay, and then I'm just actually going to extend this up another one. So we're just going to make that 3 high. Okay, this will be temporary. Suggestion is dirt, of course. Easier to get rid of. Oops. There you go. Cool. And then again on this second row up, you're going to go ahead and put your tripwire hooks. Like I said, this is all the same thing we just did. Completely unnecessary, I know. A lot of redstone. But you know, it's cool to have different options. Some people like to impress their friends. You know, you'll have a redstone iron farm to impress people with. While these are not the most impressive mechanics, it's just tripwire hooks and redstone dust. Still different from your average iron farm. Okay, I'm just trying to present you guys with different options, because it's not just about functionality. It's about how things look and how cool they are. There we go. Beautiful. Cool. Okay, so now again we have another row, just like that. Perfect. And I think we can put, yeah, we could probably do that. Just put another row like this. Why not? Might as well keep it consistent. Right, because we're going to build on top of that anyway. But before we do that, there's also another row in here we're going to put. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right, and I think 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, it should be 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it should look just like that. And now that I'm looking at it, we might even be able to get another one in here. Originally, if you look, I had it like this, and it seems to be working fine. There's no golems getting stuck in there. But we can go ahead and actually, I believe we can do this. No, we can't. Oh, yeah, we can. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Build up those corners. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, why not? Let's do it. Let's go crazy. We're gonna make another little piston platform in here, simply because we can. Why not? We have the room. Why not make sure the golems get pushed off rather than waiting for them? Okay, so we're doing the exact same thing. I did not think we were going to be able to do it, but we did it because we're crazy like that. Oh no, we can't. I was wrong, guys. I'm sorry. Oh man, actually, hold on. If we push this one out, yeah, this one we can probably do if we push it out. Yeah, so see on the ends over here, just extend them out like this, and we should be able to do it. It's just building stuff on the fly, right? So if we do it, actually maybe not. Can we do stuff like? Can we do stuff like? No, we can't, because never mind. Ah, that was a shame. That's a shame. Okay, scratch that. Hopefully you guys watched the tutorial before you started following along like that. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're just going to go back to the original plan then. We're just going to just do those 4. Scratch all of this extra stuff because we don't want too much of an area for them to walk on. Okay, so we did gain 1, 2, 3. I think we gained about 8 blocks over here because we were still going to have this smaller size with the other design, but we gained 8 blocks on this row because we gained 2 on each side. Okay, so either way, we still gained 8 blocks. So then you're just going to go like this, right? Just like that. Pretty simple. Oops. Pretty standard stuff. Just so they walk off. All right, just like so. Now, before we go higher, okay, because you might start getting golem spawning, what we're gonna do, we don't need that right this second. Let's drop this down. So we're gonna go from the outside here. Okay, from this one, not from this underneath here. 1. Okay, we're gonna go 1. We're gonna go 2, and we're gonna go 3. Same thing that way, right? That's row 1, row 2, row 3. And you can use solid blocks if you want. I just like being able to see the golems, but that is entirely up to you. This is totally your build. The block placement, certain block placements don't matter, right? Obviously, certain times you want transparent blocks in certain places, but it really doesn't matter in this case. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this here. Or actually, you know what? Let's not do it there. Let's do it inside. There we go. All right, so we're going to come one in, and this is going to be the area where the water is going to be and stuff. All right, so we're just going to fill this whole thing in, like so. Okay, and then we're not going to leave the hole yet. Like, you know how obviously we need a hole for the golems to fall through. We're not going to leave the hole yet because we want to see where everything is going to be, where the water is going to fall and stuff. And we're also going to have the water placement higher, right? So I'll show you what I mean. Here we go. So take your water buckets, and you want to put them on this third one up right here, and you're just going to go all the way around, just like so. Okay, you're probably going to get like the water currents pushing you. Did I put it in that corner? No, I didn't. Yeah, make sure you get it. Make sure you get it in that corner as well. Don't skip that corner. Okay, and you want it on every block, so it creates this really nice pattern and pushes everything down. Okay, again, do not forget that corner. Very important. Boom. So let's just see how it looks from the outside. Yeah, cool. Right, so if we fall down here, let's just pretend we're golems. If we fall, and boom. Okay, so you'll notice the 4 blocks, right? You'll notice where everything is going in these 4 blocks right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our fence gate, whatever one you chose. I probably should have chose oak, but it doesn't matter. Just put the fence gates there, open them up, and then carefully break out the blocks underneath. Oh, yeah, see, I screwed that up. Okay, let's just break that out. Cool. Okay, now we can put our little chamber. So 1, 2, 3, like so. Okay, for the golems to fall. Pretty standard at this point, I think, right? If you want, you can actually do 2. Yeah, if you want, you could do 2 and have more space for the iron. So just do 2, right? Because what we're going to end up doing is putting, whoops, our signs on this second one. So here's the first row of glass. On that second row of glass, just go ahead and put your signs. 1, 2 there, 1, 2 there, and then this is where you're going to place your water, just like that. I mean your lava. Again, I would choose the 4 buckets because I like it to be nice and even. Okay, and then right here is where your chest would start. So right underneath this glass, you'd put your double chest. Okay, and we're just going to go in like that, 2, 3, and I'm actually going to have to build a way in. So I'm just going to go like this for now. It's going to be too low. You'll see in a minute what I'm talking about. Okay, so before I do that, whoops. Let's just bring all of these down. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, whoops, and 4. Same thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. That's 4, and then and then 4. And you'll see why I needed to build that, because you come in here, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to take our hoppers, and starting on this side, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then going this way, turning into this one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Turning this way, 1, 2, 3, 4. And turning this way, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I just realized we didn't get a chance to put down the carpet. So you may want to just get rid of your the lava bucket for a moment, or just put that on last. And then what I'm going to do actually underneath here is I'm just going to fill Yeah, I'm just going to break underneath here and fill this all in with this. Whoops. So underneath the chest is that. Boom, boom. Okay. Cool. And we can actually just fill this up with dirt. Great. Or you can actually just come back up here actually and put it. Yeah, there we go. So just break that. And then you want to put your carpet down like so. Boom. Okay, so now our little chamber is ready in case they spawn. Perfect. Now we can come up to the top and do our next row. Right, so we're basically going to do the exact same thing. So I'm not going to do everything with you. I'm just going to get you started so we can do exactly what we just did. Do I need everything? Yeah, I do actually. Cool. So basically this right here is the row. On this outside, right here. Okay, right where the, right where the, what are those called? Half slabs are. So we're just going to put it like that. Okay, just like that. And then if you remember, I said we were going to have to change one of these inside ones. It's going to be right here. So as you can see, this is where, so if you're looking at it, that one up, this row and this row are where the tripwire hooks are going to go. Okay. So just break that. You can even put them down right now if you want. Make sure they face inward, like so. Okay, just like so. Boom. And then the good part about this one is we already have an area right here where we can just boom, bring out our pistons like so. Okay, so that comes all the way across. And then essentially everything else is going to be the same from what I had told you before. So what we're going to do now is show you how to do it without having to put down the junk blocks. So you can just use the bounding blocks, bounding area like that, right, to put down your string. Totally another option. Then you could put down your redstone, same as you did before. And then on top of that, I believe I went, what did I do? I did, where is it? I did glass, yeah. So that's just like that, right? I did glass. I put glass on top of that. Whoops. Yeah, just like that. I did glass on top of those. And then your redstone will be obviously on top of your pistons. And also you want your string. So make sure you do that right for all of them, right? So make sure you have your redstone on top, just like so. And then you want to go through with your string for every single area like that. Okay? Now I'm not going to do that side yet. Make sure you do all of that. And then with this one, it's going to be the same thing. So what I mean by that is right where these half slabs are, you're going to come in like this. Oops. You're going to come in like this. Okay? You're going to come in just like that. Just like that. Just like that. You're going to put up the sides here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Okay, on top of these is where your pistons are going to go. Okay, it's pretty easy to do on this side. Right, you just run it along. You're going to put your tripwire hooks here. Again, I'm not going to hook up the redstone. Just make sure you guys hook it up. Okay, make sure that redstone is hooked up and all of the tripwire hooks. Right, very, very important. So you can either put the junk blocks down or whatever. And then you're going to put glass on top again to finish off the design. Actually, yeah, you can break those. Sorry. Just keep it even. You don't have to, but I like to. Okay, so just come all the way around with it. And then you are correct. You are going to do that little 2x2 square in the middle as well. And it's going to be the same thing. So 1, 2, 3. Right? It's actually 4, sorry. So it's on the fourth one. And then you go like that. And then boom. You go around it like so. Okay? But again, you guys want to make sure you hook up all your redstone. Don't leave it like me. I'm just doing it because Oh, let me just at least finish this. I'm doing it for the purpose of saving time. Okay, it's just the same thing. You connect all the string, you put all the redstone, and make sure you do it on the outside one too. Okay, and there you go. That's it. I do like to top it off with this. I just think the design looks nice. Right? You don't have to, but I like it. And this, hold on, let me just do this. Right, and this is what you're going to end up with afterwards. It's going to look, I think it's going to look really nice. And the best part is the golems are going to get pushed down immediately. You know, it's like most of the time with the water, you still have to wait for them to kind of slide. And granted, there's water here, but when they get pushed off, at least in the middle part, they're already going to be closer to the center. Okay, so that is what it's going to look like. I think it looks pretty darn good. Well, maybe way better than that. Right? I think it looks pretty good. But you guys tell me what you think. Hopefully you get a lot of use out of it. Hopefully, you know, it gets you a significant amount of iron. But like I said, this is only a single iron farm, so I can't really give you rates. I told you how much I got in the beginning with that one, but it doesn't mean it's going to be the exact same. It could be more, it could be less, it could be even, but it's just a single iron farm. It's just another way to present it. Very over the top for what it does. Obviously, there's a lot of redstone. There's a lot of pistons, tripwire hooks, string. You got a lot of extra ingredients. But again, it's something fun to have in your world. Okay? That's going to do it for me. Until next time, Captain Obvious out. Peace.